It was Daeni and welcome to another Gun Day Monday. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. M&P Shield 2.0. This is not a new gun for me. This is in fact my first EDC, one of my favorite guns to carry. And I don't think I've ever shared this with you. So today is going to be that day. Let's just start with the holster. This is the in the waist holster, and it's wait. Let's clear the weapon. Yeah, there we go. Kydex. See, this is a Smith & Wesson with the Crimson Trace laser red. I think it came as a kit from some gun store when I bought it. I don't remember the name right now. It's been a while. But yeah, this was one of my first EDC guns. The first thing I got when I got my CCW. So the Kydex is carbon fiber and is cut to fit the specific model. So it has a Crimson Trace layout. So pretty dope. We the people. Shout out to them. Not sponsored, but you know, I think all of my EDCs, or all of my carry guns have Kydex cases from. No, not all. I'm lying. I had one before that, but I didn't like the feel of it, so I switched to this brand. I don't even think this is a in the waist. No, this isn't this company. The clip is. I bought the carbon fiber holster, but I bought a different clip because it was hooked like this. Like it has that little grippy part, so it was easier to carry, especially if I had on things like I think like Jersey Mist sweats. So it ended up working out better for me to get that compared to I had bought a new holster that didn't have the carbon fiber Kydex, but it had that clip and I liked this, so I bought it. And I bought extra clips and I put them on all of my EDC holsters. Oh, not EDC, in the waist IWB holsters, whatever you want to call them. Okay, I'm out here tripping. But anyway, what we really came for is to talk about this. This is the Smith & Wesson Crimson Trace 2.0. I've done a video where I painted the imprints on the pistol. That was fun. Probably wouldn't do it again. It's too much work. But I've actually cleaned this gun several times and it stayed true. Like it stayed there. The paint, like you'll see. I've had oiled it and everything, and it's on nowhere. Like brushed it with the plastic brush. I never used the copper wire, but the plastic brush, and it stayed true. So I think it's a really good weapon, and I would recommend it. Now I'm not a Smith & Wesson fan or by any means, but it was the first weapon that I bought. It's been very honest to me, so it's like one of the longest tools I've had, and because of that, I think that I feel comfortable recommending it. It is a relatively small gun. I would consider it more compact than yeah, it's more compact, and it's a single stack, so it's easier to carry. I usually carry this around summer when I'm with the family. So in the winter, I carry a bigger gun. I carry a double stack compact, M&P compact. Really, it's not as compact as it sounds, though. It's about maybe an inch shorter than the regular Smith & Wesson. But whenever I can wear more clothes and conceal it better, I tend to carry the bigger pistol because I feel more comfortable with that. But in the summer, if I'm going someplace that I know I'm familiar with, I tend to carry the Smith & Wesson because, you know, it's easier to conceal and it's more comfortable. And if I'm doing things like exercise, then I tend to carry a smaller. A lot of people don't like 380s, but I was one of them. But they do have their place. Whenever I do things like I'm hiking, more touristy places where I feel like there's gonna be cops and chance of something happening is really low, I now would rather carry something as small as a 380 with 6+1. So I feel comfortable with that, just in case something happens, animal attack. You know, I need to let someone know where I'm at. People don't understand that guns aren't just for people. A lot of folks think that guns are just for self-defense from like other human beings. That is not the point of weapons. That's not the point of carrying a weapon. You know, do a dog keep its teeth and claws at home? No, they carry it every day in case they need it. They hope they never have to use it, but in case they need it, they can do it. Same thing with guns, man. It's crazy, but I digress. I have this, and I carry it normally when I'm with the family in the summer, because, you know, I'm doing an event. I used to carry it whenever I would do things like exercise, but it's pretty heavy still. It's a small gun, but it's pretty heavy compared to something like, I don't know, a bodyguard, a car, or something like that. They're really small, really light, easier to conceal. So I tend to carry 380s, but like I said, we ain't talking about that right now. We're talking about Smith & Wesson. It's a pretty wide gun. It's about an inch wide. This is a 2.0. Can be used with magazines from the first generation and the second generation. There are a wide variety of magazines, and you can get a lot of aftermarket magazines for this particular pistol, which is also why I, like it. I like it. Now, I don't ever really use the laser because, why would I do that? When I bought it, I was a little bit naive. This is kind of gimmicky to me now. I don't really care for pistols that have lasers on them because I don't think that it's practical, and I don't think that you're going to use them, but it's fun to go to the range and use. But at night, at night, 9mm is something that if I surround me, I will use it. But I know a lot of people are going to beat me up for this and they don't like that, but I rather use something like a 22. I train with that. I understand what a lot of people believe is going to happen with it, but I just think that from waking up from a dead sleep, the 22 probably going to work better for me. I fired my shotguns before. I fired them around the family members, not like next to them, but around them, unsuspectingly, and it was too chaotic. I don't like that, and I wouldn't recommend anyone to do that in any circumstances. And that's why I mean, at a range, we was at an outdoor range, and they thought I was firing small calibers, and then I had to pull out the 22 shotgun, the 22, the 12 gauge, bust out some 12 gauge, bird shot that is too, and they panicked. It was crazy. They were confused. I mean, even if they knew that I was firing weapons, they were confused. It's ridiculous. So I was like, well, yeah, I don't think it's going to work at night. I can't have criminals and family members running around screaming, trying to figure out what's going on. Like the mystery machine, or whatever you want to call them, the Scooby-Doo Detective Agency or whatever. Mystery Inc. There we go. Like that Mystery Inc. So I was like, 22 works for me. But again, I don't want to get into that. We had to talk about this this 9 shield, right? So pretty easy to break down. Anyone can. And on top of that, it has these bomb grips, right? So this grips right here is the reason why it's kind of difficult for me to use any other pistol. Yeah, you could buy. They say you could buy grips, but this comes with these grips. Now, in the beginning, they were a little bit rough. I kind of sanded down where the side that rubs on my body. But I mean, like, yo, this ain't going nowhere. I ain't got to buy nothing extra. That's why I bought the compact, because I was like, it had the same setup. The M&Ps, their grips are like bomb. Even the extended magazine, it's harder to find the extended magazine that has the grip on it, the gripping material on there as well. Like that. But they're good. And I enjoy them. I think everyone should look for something that you're comfortable, easy to break down, nothing too complicated. You can really get to it, what you need to get to. After you release this lever and you pull the trigger, make sure your barrel's clear, empty. That's it. To put it back, same process. It's real easy, real simple, and some pistols make it real complicated. You'll be surprised. And then once you break into a pistol, it's definitely really, really easy. So that's why, I'd recommend this pistol. This one particularly has a safety as well. I don't mind having a safety on my pistols. I don't use them, but I don't mind. So, because in the event that I feel like I have to use it, it works. I do have children, So sometimes it runs in the back of my mind, like, I don't like to leave loaded weapons in the house that don't have safeties on them. Like, even the bodyguard has a safety. Only one that don't have safety is the bigger compact, and I don't keep that one out. This one's I keep in the areas now. It's not around my children, but if my children were to ever reach it, they couldn't use it. So I like to carry something like this, where you have safety, you have easy takedown, you have good grips, good ergonomics. The trigger, I don't care for the trigger too much, but I ain't no shooter, so it's not something that I've changed a trigger on a pistol before, but only because I needed to. I'm not into any type of competition, anything that makes me money, where I feel like it's valuable to change the trigger. Until that day, I mean, I'm gonna just use the stock trigger, right? I'd rather use that money and buy more guns. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when the need comes about, then I'll probably change it. And most likely to happen on one of the carbines or the ARs than it is on a pistol, or maybe one of the racing pistols. But so far, I think that the pistol works well for me. I don't know. I think it was like a 5-pound trigger. I don't really know the weight, and I don't really care really. It's because I've had horrible triggers, like the bodyguard that had an 11-pound. Like to me. So after you fire an 11-pound trigger, like anything below that is a godsend, really. You know, I want to get a double action, single action pistol, but we'll see how that go. Other than that, yo, this pretty dope pistol. I always recommend Smith & Wesson. There's other brands that are really good. It has this nice little scale serrations on it too, right here. Yeah, they're pretty good. Now the front's kind of weak. I don't know, like it's kind of half serrated. I don't know who's gonna use that, but if you do, comment down below, because I've never really racked it. And you got that little peek hole to check to see if your chamber is empty. I mean, there's a lot of well thought out parts here, and you can change the sights. You can adjust them for left and right. I forget what they call it. Not windage. Yeah, it's windage. Yeah, you could adjust it for windage, but you really can't do that on the road. So unless you have all the tools with you, and I don't typically carry all the tools I need to do that. But other than that, really, really nice little pistol. Again, can't say it enough. I recommend it. Really nice, really light. And this can fit in most cases you can wear this. I mean, this is gonna fit you well in most cases. Now, you can wear any pistol any way you want to, but some days, you know, my outfits kind of determine what I can and cannot wear. And this can fit most situations. That's it. So with that said, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to hit that like and that subscribe. Feel free to share. Feel free to share the video. I don't mind. And come back again. 1